Certainly many peeps, what's up? It's me, John D. Villarreal. Okay, so this is a special video. Of course it's to everybody and all the CNM army, the millions of viewers out there around the world. But we're going to focus it on, let's say, GOP congressional representatives or GOP politicians, GOP leaders, whatever like that, a little bit more. Now, first of all, again, check the disclaimer. This is all my personal opinion only, not alleging any facts, not casting any aspersions, all for entertainment parody purpose only. You know that. Again, check the disclaimers. Now, with that, I want to make this as simple as I can because there's a ton that's going into this whole budget situation. And everybody knows that JDV is the super genius and the expert and all that type of stuff on a range of issues. Not the least of which is politics and communications. Now, it's like this. Here's the bottom line. It doesn't matter about Obama's plan, Ryan's plan, 100 billion, 60 billion, 38 billion, 300 and some odd million. I mean, all of that, yes, of course that's all irrelevant. And stuff that people have been saying from Rush Limbaugh, Mark Levin, Sean Hannity, all the rest, I think that's all relevant as well. And they've been saying some great stuff in my personal opinion. However, I want to just get this right to where it needs to be. Here's the bottom line, congressional representatives, GOP leaders, GOP politicians, politicos, everybody. The bottom line is that we all know we're in bad shape right now. $14.3 trillion of debt and climbing. And even with this deal in place, sometime in the fall, we'll be well over 15 trillion. So is it good that you cut some? Sure. Did you cut much in the grand scheme of things? No. We want you guys to do what the right thing is for the country, irregardless of what the right thing is for your own personal election. In other words, stop being worried about, are you, John Boehner, Speaker Boehner, are you going to be Speaker in 2 years? I don't care about what happened in Newt Gingrich. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about your next election or anything like that. What's going to happen with the independents, anything, forget about it. I get it. Believe me, I understand. Legislation is complex. We understand that it's, compromise happens. Washington is complex. We understand that these are powerful, important positions and that, you guys want to keep them. I get that. But you can't go out there and start talking about, in the election leading up, hey, if we elect you guys, it was all going to be cool. The point is, you have to be, if we think, and if it's the case, that you guys are more interested in your own election, re-election rather, you're in your own re-election, or your own power, or your own stuff, more so than the good of the country, or representing the people that put you in there and what they want, then that's going to be a problem. And that's the bottom line. That's it. Nobody wants to hear about your one half of one, that's all smokescreen. And we'll deal with that in a second, my personal opinion. Number two, we don't want to hear about, in 2012, nobody cares about the next election. It's all going to be solved in the next election. Always seems to be the next election. Wow, it's so weird. Or well, those are campaign promises. Or I was wrong then. No. We're at the edge of the cliff. We need this thing to happen right now. And that's really all the debates to the side, that's what this is about. That's what this comes down to. You had a lot of voters come out in near record numbers. The Tea Party got organized, put their muscle behind this whole thing. We're not talking about doing things that are extreme or anything like that, but we need extreme results right now because we're in extreme debt and that's extremely bad. So look, that's what it comes down to. There are no spending bills that can originate ever without going through the House first. You control the House. You can shut all that down. There was all this talk during the campaign how you guys were going to defund Obamacare, so do it. It was big talk. Let's see the action. That's what it comes down to. And look, I get it. Maybe this wasn't the fight over this, and now we're going to get to the big fight with the debt ceiling and the 12 budget. Okay, I hope so, because we need to see it now. We don't want to see little gimmicks for PR, if that's what's being done for PR purposes of, hey, it's really this. I don't want to see Karl Rove out there, well, it would have been 70, but that's like me saying, hey, I saved $100 trillion because if person X was president, they would have spent $500 trillion. Well, person X isn't president. We don't have $500 trillion. I mean, that's all. That's it. Look, what we know for, I don't want to talk about fictitious budgets and all that. What we know for sure is we have $14.3 trillion in debt. That much we know for sure. And we need to get this thing straight. So the bottom line is, you might want to redo this one over again and really get some meaningful cuts, number one. Number two, if you need to shut down the government, then go ahead and do that. Whatever it takes, okay? You can't worry about what the mainstream media is going to say, or it's not, you can't worry about your re-election. You got to get something done right now. If you do that, I believe people will support you and you'll be in better shape than ever. So, that's what I'm trying to tell you. This can't be about you worried about your being re-election or you being scared. That's it. If you guys can't do it, if you're too scared, if you don't have the guts, whatever it is, fine. We'll get people in there that can. That's all that it is. And I'm just trying, I'm not, I'm nobody. I'm just a dude making a video. You guys are Speaker of the House, John Boehner. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I like John Boehner a lot. I think he's cool. I like Cantor. I like McCarthy. I like Paul Ryan. Bachman's doing her thing. I mean, we got, Jeff Denham, big fan of his. Look, I like this leadership group. I think it's a good mix. You got some old stuff, some new stuff. You got some different, different things going in there, and it's fine. But you got to get it done. That's it. You know what I mean? And you have to remember what's really up. There's our leaders are leaders. I tell you, some people on the GOP side they're such lemmings, dude. It's like, our leader said this. Hey, that's all cool. And on one level, I get that. But on another level, I don't. Bottom line is, we have a constitution and stuff like that. And you know what that means? The way it works is, they work for us, okay? So they're not our leaders, in a sense they are, but in reality, they're our employees. Get the job done of why we hired you. That's the bottom line. That's it. So that's all that this comes down to. It's very, very simple. We need you to do this job. We elected you to do this job. We expect you to do that without worrying about you getting reelected or, being whatever the media is going to say. And if you're saying, hey, well, this wasn't worth it, okay, whatever. If this was small potatoes, fine. Get it done now. However that happens, whether it's, you do it for the debt ceiling vote, or you do it for the 2012 budget, or you do it right now, or whatever that is, get it done right now. No more debt. Stop it. Get it under control. Start cutting spending, like real cuts, not about projections and increases and this and no. Real cuts. Get this debt under control, and that's it. You do that, everyone's going to be happy. So that's the bottom line, at least from our side. The liberals and the Democrats, they have their own set of issues and sort of the problems. But if you want to know why people are upset on the conservative side, the people that elected you, I believe, in my personal opinion, my humble opinion, that's why it is. It's very simple. Okay? So, for Conservative Media, I'm John D. Villarreal. I hope that's been helpful for you guys. You need any advice? Feel free to hit me up anytime. I'm here to help because I want to see this GOP Congress do well. I want to see conservatives win, but most importantly, more than anything, I want to see this country great. I want to see it solvent. I want to see economic opportunity and growth here for everybody instead of having a country that's bankrupt like we've seen some examples around the world. So that's what I think. What do you guys think out there? You tell me what's up. Comments below, subscribe above. I'm John D. Villarreal, and you're watching Conservative New Media.